Casey, why have you chosen to run?
First of all, let me say thank you for the opportunity to come here and speak to everyone tonight and to the voters. And I chose to run for office this year because a year and a half ago, I beat my battle with cancer. And there are many people throughout North Dakota who are struggling with their health care needs. And I saw firsthand many of what those needs are. Between the way costs are going through the roof lately, be it deductibles, premiums, medications, everything, people need help. And through my firsthand experience and my willingness to get the job done, no matter what it takes, we will get the job done. And that's why I want to run for office, and that's why I want to get this, win this seat, so I can really help out the people of North Dakota with their health care needs.
Our viewers at home, you will have 1.5 minutes to respond to each question. And the first question I'd like to start with is a philosophical one. And I'd like you all to take out your crystal ball and to look ahead to the year 2020. What will North Dakota look like, both positive and negative? And Mike, you start. Thank you. Casey, how would you answer that question? What's in your crystal ball?
Well, I first would like to bring up some facts, and that's within the next 5 years, over 1/4 of our population in our state is going to be age 65 or older. Now, this is going to put a tremendous strain on our economy. Well, my opponents might say we're the envy of, everywhere in the country. When we have a population where roughly a quarter is going to be, in the retirement age bracket, that's going to put a major strain on our economy. It's not going to allow our economy to grow. Now, what we need to do by the year 2020 is get some real good paying jobs in this state. I agree with them that, energy is going to be a big thing, especially green energy, as well as our traditional fields. Now, we need to also make sure, though, that the people who aren't in the energy field don't have to work 2 to 3 jobs just to make ends meet. And that's our current situation. By 2020, we cannot allow that to continue. Again, I'd like to see, obviously, more green energy as well as traditional. But I would also like to improve our economy with healthcare needs to address our aging population again, and make sure they're taken care of, and also make sure our teachers and state employees are taken care of.
Okay. Casey, how would you answer that question? The role of state government in the lives of our citizens.
Well, I think first and foremost, what we have to make sure is that every individual and every business owner in our state has a level playing field to play on. And the way the current situation has been going, those at the top have been getting most of the breaks, and those at the bottom have been struggling to make ends meet. I alluded to in my last question, we lead the country with people working multiple jobs. That is not something to be proud of. So the role of our state government should be to provide, like I said, a level playing field for everyone to work with. And, we got to make sure that all our people are taken care of. And, the way to do that, like I said before, was with good paying jobs. And that is that level playing field that people can get on.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go now to another question, and this one will begin with Dave. The question is, since North Dakota has a strong budget surplus, what criteria will you use to decide how that surplus should be handled? Whether you spend it, put it in the bank, what criteria will you use to make those decisions? Okay, thank you. Casey, how would you respond to that?
Well, I think the first and foremost thing that we need to watch for is the cost effectiveness of how we spend or save money. There's been talk about putting the money away in that oil trust fund. Now, from my understanding of it, is the percentage that we would get in interest from that money is less than the deferred maintenance on our state university system buildings. That's not very cost effective. That's not good government, in my opinion. I believe we should make an influx of money towards education with the strict idea of it should relieve property taxes. When property taxes account for roughly 44% of the total taxation of our state, we need to look at where that money goes. And 50% of property taxes go towards education. So if we fund education, property taxes will come down. That's the big thing that we need to look at. And like I said, it's all about the cost effectiveness. And so if we fund education, property taxes will come down because that's a cost effective way to bring it down.
Okay.